Wait, is it working? Woo! What's up, gamers, gamers, and gamettes? My name is John, and welcome back to Winter's Empty Mask. Yes, they have announced it, freaking Stoop Projects and Eternal Nights project as finalized. Well, this is like another demo basically, but the third and final installment for the of the game, like the third and final story of the demo. That we're gonna get more of the story of Yuki and like more of the other things and Anjiro, and also they did some major changes like throughout the year. So I'm gonna make a new series with this. Make it like Welcome to Winter's Empty Mask Remaster Edition, but this is the demo until the full game is gonna be like released. I don't know when, but when it does, I'm freaking continue because I love the story. But I want to see how this is gonna go and be different. I know the art has changed, the CG art has changed, the music I think maybe still be there, and maybe other new ones. I don't know who's calling. That is not me. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. And let us go with English. And then okay. Oh, it doesn't. Oh! Alright! And you can support on their Patreon. You can click on that. What does the X mean? Welcome to Winter's Empty Mask. But yeah, the new mask theme changed. I don't know who that's supposed to be. I guess we're gonna learn more about this person. Interesting. And there's extras. What does the X mean? Oh, that means to quit. Alright, never mind. So let's do this. Let's do it remastered. All right. It's a good thing I have water here, just in case. My voice doesn't crack. Oh, is that the new GUI? Or like the new, display, the X, and not the X plate. Hold on, I got another call. Okay, so there's been a lot of people been calling me lately, and I've been, this video has been edited, as you've seen. Oh, snap. Yeah, I like the snowflake there. Oh, I like how it's just popping up the mask. So I like this new appearance, man. This is freaking awesome. Alright, so this is from previous time. At least it's not like this, it just pops and then I'm gonna click. I like the new style of it so far. Alright, this world is so noisy. I think that's what I gave from last time. Oh, this is new. Alright. And there's the music. People walk around me making all kinds of sounds. I like this CG already. Oh, damn it. Oh, well alright, that's something else. Alright. This is cool. Alright, this is pretty dandy. Their footsteps, the phones and the toys they carry, their voices when speaking. They walk around. They walk next to me without paying me any attention. Space that, as if I was invisible or we were in separate worlds. Sorry, I know. Don't get me started. All right. Each one continues with its own existence, following its way, like drops of water in a river, swept away by the current. Meanwhile, I see them coming and going with the passage of time without doing anything. Despite being in a park, I am not playing. Okay, so this is when she was young. Alright, let's see if there's a new version of her. Like the new Yoki that no one approved. I feel no desire to do it. It's just tiresome. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, never mind. I thought that this was meant to be something. Alright. So instead of I'm sitting on the bench waiting for someone to come for me, my blood red eyes have an empty look, as if they belong to a doll. Ah, yes, the mysterious killer doll. All of me said that I am a doll, and not a living being. Yuki is a doll, unable to smile, frozen with internal empty expression on her face. Changing that is impossible, because nothing in the world could inspire an emotion in me. Trying to find its way only makes me tired. My legs get tired of walking. My hands of fighting and carrying dead weight. My mind of thinking ideas that deliver nothing in the end. It is just a waste. That's why I prefer doing nothing instead. Just stay seated, watching people silently come and go. Oh, alright. Though to my eyes they look more like shadows.
I cannot distinguish a single face between them. They all are all the same. They all are the same. Alright. The same face, the same shape, the same voice, the same color space that... It was as if everyone were flat, a gray silhouette, with the sizes and shapes silently changing. With a face that I cannot distinguish or feel is worth remembering, there is nothing indeed of them. Or perhaps it is the opposite of, and I am the one who does not have a face, but a mask. And that is why I cannot see others. Their personalities are there. It is only that I cannot understand them. They belong to another dimension, a world I do not know how to enter. Wait, hold up. Yuki is a doll. So this is her new art style. You know what? It's not bad, actually. I quite like it. I like it. I mean, she seems more sadder, not like blank or expression, but like, I like it. From my point of view, they are shadows. But when they look at me, surely they see a doll without a face. Who would buy such an ugly doll, like as this one?
Nah, don't say that.
I know I wouldn't. Oh, time passes and it's already getting dark.
Oh, we're gonna see the kidnapper soon?
One of my family maids offers me her hand and tells me it is time to return home. The person who I was waiting for didn't appear. I'll just have to come back tomorrow. This would be the 26th day that this happened.
Oh, alright.
Uji-sama, let's go back home, she says without any emotion, but in a respectful way. Clearly, she did not care for me. She only looked after me because those were her orders. Yes, I said coldly. The truth is, I did not want to return to my house, but I have no other place to go, and it is more comfortable there than staying here. Emoji. The city where I live, call like that, of the fallen leaves in the autumn. Every year they fall and create a beautiful scene that draws visitors from miles around. Even people from outside the country come to visit to see the leaves fall. There are those who are even thinking to it's compared to spring festivals when the cherry blossoms bloom. To my eyes, the leaves have no color, and seeing them fall is nothing special. It is almost the same as watching the rain or snow. Just as in occurrence, something that happens in a mundane reasons. But I have to confess, though, that I have sometimes stayed for hours watching them fall. Whenever it leaves, rain or snow. Simply because it is less boring than watching a static object. Although murders, assaults, thefts, burglaries, and other crimes happen often in Momoji, the city has a strong economy, and the population only grows every year.
You know, I'm giving her like an accent. I'm just realizing that right now. And so like,
yes, I like that. Now it is autumn, and I watch the leaves falling silently with elegance, with children play in the park, and their mothers chit-chat nearby. A gust of wind suddenly blows, moving leaves and rustling my hair short and black. That one day I was wearing a white dress. My empty eyes, like those of a doll, looked to the front with a face devoid of emotion. I looked at the children playing because they were before me, not because I wished to play with them.
oh, here we go, Andrew. Alright, what's the voice I should give this guy? I forgot.
You should let it grow.
Oh, this is a new CG. Alright, this looks cool.
Suddenly, a voice takes me out of my thoughts. He stands right in front of me, a boy with black hair.
I thought he had brown hair from last time. I think they changed it. Alright, and small smile on his face. Oh, Andrew, you changed. Oh, hey, football, motherfucker. Alright, cool. And that's nice. I like the style.
Your hair, you should let it grow.
He says with joy as if we were already friends. Oh, alright. This is cool. I like
like it. I like it. Alright. Oh, but she's sad. Alright. No, I don't like long hair. I answered without even looking at his face and using the coldest and roughest voice I had. I want him to know that his presence was not appreciated. There is a brief silence. He doesn't stop blocking my vision. Whenever I move my eyes, he also moved to block me again. It's a shame. You will look very pretty. I like girls with long hair better. He again spoke with confidence, completely ignoring my hints. Why would I care about that? Why would I care about that flat shadow like him likes or dislikes? Just go back to your world and pretend I don't exist if I was an ugly toy abandoned on the bench. ... This time, I do not answer. I just remain quiet, waiting for him to get bored and go away. But strangely, that doesn't happen. He keeps staring at me, waiting for a reaction. You don't have any toys? He said, looking at my empty hand. Suddenly, he smiles. If you want, I can lend you mine. Enough. I say with a low voice. It seems that he didn't hear me and puts on a confused expression. Why don't you just leave me alone? I angrily said. The boy is surprised and stays silent. His expressions turned serious, and I hoped that he may leave the next second, but instead, you're always alone, and I worry about you. Aw, that's a nut. He's a good kid. Hearing that makes me feel cold. My very soul freezes at the sound of his words. I didn't feel like he was lying or joking. The way he said it sounded so genuine, filled with worry and kindness. This boy's answer is very strange. What was that? An anomaly in the world without color? If I myself do not care for what could happen to me, why should he care? Doesn't that make you sad? Capitalize the D. I'm sorry. Don't you want to make friends? He says with a serious and honest tone. No, I like being alone. My answer is cold, but I feel a little confused. This was my first time anyone said something like that to me. Never before had a shadow stepped out of his own world to reach me by its own will. That's okay, but I think you would have more fun if you had a friend. Don't be shy, not everyone is bad. He ends up with a kind smile, very pure. I feel very moved inside of me. I wasn't happy by any means, I was afraid. Oh really, that's something. This anomaly was scary. It felt like it could shatter my world. Again, I did not answer, but this time my face had an expression on it. I was acting shy. I stayed quiet, not because I wanted him to get bored and leave space, but because I could not answer honestly. I just didn't know how. The child suddenly hears something. He turns and waves his hand at a woman who appeared to be his mother. Well, I have to go. I often come to play to this park, just in case someday you want to talk. Ichiro. His name's changed. His name's changed. Alright, except Tanaka. I think that, alright, cool. Alright. Oh, by the way, my name is Tanaka Ichiro. It's not Anjiro anymore. Alright, Ichiro! Alright. He gives me one last smile, and with that he begins to walk away without even receiving an answer from me. Fade. None of the two worlds have known it, but that will be my last day in the park. And now time for the killer. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Are we gonna fade to white transition? Are we gonna go to CG? Oh no, it's the sunset. The little sunset. We're at the park again. Time passed as usual with nothing worthy of notice. Sinister sound of the background music. It was getting dark. I saw a house slowly space. People were leaving the park until it was completely empty. Oh, well, this guy changed. He looks more sinister and ugly. Well, not ugly, but he looks cool like that. Are you alone? said an unknown man leaning so I could see his eyes. I nod, but that was a lie. There was always someone watching me. What's your name? Asked with a fidget friendliness, so fake it was almost laughable. Oh wait, did her name change? Was it always like that? I know her name was Yuki. I probably forgot the last name, I don't know. Kurosara Yuki. I answered showing no emotion, no fear, sadness, or distrust. Come with me, I'll help you find your mother. Oh god. That face though. He then said with a nasty smile, and at the same time he pulls my hand. Without any resistance, I follow him. The man leads me through unknown streets. As we walked, he was talking about how he would help me find my parents and that I shouldn't be afraid. But I did not listen to him. It was boring. For nearly 40 minutes, we walked along dark and unknown streets until finally he stops at a dead end. Dirty with a foul stench in the air and full of trash bags. Some of them appeared to have been opened by an animal or a bum to check its contents. The expression of the man who, up until now, only showed a fidget's kindness changes, becoming aggressive and dominant. A man with a short black hair, no mustache or beard, wearing casual clothes, just a gray shadow like the others. CG? Oh, well, this is new. Hey, Yuki-chan. How about before we find your parents, we have a little fun? Gay. I'm not gay. You're dead. Says the man with a nasty look, his eyes set on me. No, I mean we should have fun. Let's have fun, oh god, because it may be the last time. And you're dead. Get ready for the needles of pain. Alright, as soon as he finished talking, he puts his hand over me and starts to undress me. Alright, I don't like that. I don't like where this is going, even though I kinda know what's going on. As a reflex, I move my hands to stop this. It was unpleasant, disgusting. Yeah, it is disgusting, unpleasant. It was already bothering me to be touched, and the way he did it only made me feel even more uncomfortable. But even then, I couldn't show any emotion on my face. The strength of the man overpowers me with ease. There was no struggle, my small hands were no match for his. His expression shows a great lust and hunger and a huge desire to touch me. What? Are you not going to cry? Suddenly he asked the man drowned in lust. Asked them, I just deny it, shaking my head. My response seems to irritate him. Oof. He slaps my face. The sound echoes the entire alley. What a cruel shadow, but still boring. My left cheek turns red. I silently hold it, out of reflex, which showing any pain. Still don't want to cry, he said with a dominant and mocking voice. This time, I do not respond, afraid for a second slap, or perhaps more because of a discomfort more than fear. Even if unwanted pain was a fundamental part of my life, I didn't hate it. It's only that I find it unpleasant and would rather avoid it if possible. My lack of response was not well taken. However, the man suddenly smiles with complete security. Oh, there's your firepower again. Hello. All right. He then made a flame appear on his hand. The fire was slightly floating, about a centimeter above his skin from his palm. He smiles confident, knowing that he could cause me a lot of pain with that power he had, an inhuman power. If I burned your face, I'm sure I will get beautiful tears out of you. A disgusting threat, but very real. But you can. I answer lacking emotion, simply bored even when facing the promise of torture. And why is that? He asked, still showing a nasty and playful smile on his face. Because if you did that, I would become ugly and you wouldn't want to touch me anymore. My answer is too serious and logical for how tense the situation was. As if it was a joke, the man suddenly starts laughing loudly. I see now, I see. You're a girl with a mental retardation. Oh my god, and your parents abandoned you in that park. What a dick. Alright, you're definitely gonna die. How pitiable. What a disgusting image he had made of me, I thought. But I didn't mind. What a shadow thought of me, of no importance. Ignoring my feelings or the pain it would cause me, he simply continued his plans, looking for his own pleasure at the expense of my welfare. So nasty, so gross. This shadow is disgusting that I could not begin to describe it. I just wanted it all to be over, waiting patiently for it. It was that I saw the sign much sooner than I expected, the moment in which my attacker was more distracted and vulnerable. In an instant, I removed my long metal needle, and that was hitting within my own flesh, and buried it on the neck of my attacker. Naturally, I pointed it at the most valuable vein of the neck. There was no way that could have worked. I knew that he would notice and stop me in time. At least that would have been the case. He had been paying attention. Now he will have lost in his own world, and in mine, he was going to die. Immediately, the wound starts to bleed. All the precious and red blood is pouring out of his body, covering us both. My white and clean face was now covered in blood. A dull, inexpressive face stained by blood. As a reflex, he tries to push me away. He barely moves, just enough to separate us. Now, he doesn't look as happy or dominant, but furious. He hated me and cursed me with his eyes, but that would hardly produce anything in me. Damn bitch! Exclaimed with anger, knowing that he was gonna die. Who are you? He just said who she was. He asked just before his body collapsed, falling flat to the ground, and leaving a large puddle of blood. My name? Oh, no, it's Akitsu. That's her name, Akitsu Yuki. I say coldly while watching his eyes lose his light. A dog watching the final moments of a life, feeling nothing for it but grateful. That the unpleasant feeling had finally stopped. His last breaths passed as quickly, and in the next second, love had abandoned him. His gaze was unpleasant, his body limp and pale, his clothes painted in red. Now I just need to check if he is dead, but check for me has a different meaning than other people's. I do not check his pulse or breathing. Instead, I use another method much more effective. I stare at his body and move my hands as if directing an orchestra. Mysteriously, blood begins to flow back into him, filling his body again. His heart once more is beating, but this is to check that he has died, not to heal him. It beats abnormally fast, and more importantly, his blood pressure raises abnormally high. It's so high that shortly after his body breaks, it explodes, expelling blood from every orifice. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I'm pretty sure I'm not saying that correctly. Eyes, nose, ears, mouth, and lethal wounds. His internal organs, including his brain and some of the bone, breaks, crushed by the high pressure of the liquid that once gave him life. He is now all crooked and deformed. I silently looked at him, coldly feeling nothing, not hate or pity. Now I'm sure he's not going to return to this world. White transition. Transition through the night. Shortly after, I walked back to my house. I didn't know the way back, but I knew that sooner or later I would come to a familiar place if I was looking carefully. I arrived at my home 2 hours later. When the door opened, my grandmother was there, waiting for me. I'm home, Obama-sama. Obasama. I almost said Obama-sama. It kind of, for a quick second, it kind of did look like it a little bit. Oh my god. I say coldly, but with proper respect. My appearance wasn't exactly the best at the time, but that meant good news. Oh, you look different, but you look stern. Kazama. Alright.
Welcome home, Yuki-chan. Space that. Before anything else, let me know the results of your work. Let's give her that smile.
Come on, Grandma. Grandma, look at me. This is the results I'm getting. I have blood on my white dress, girl. Alright. It was a success. The objective was to terminate just as we wanted. I see my grandmother smile with pleasure at my answer.
Perfect, Yuki-chan. I am happy that you are so dedicated to the family.
Now you should take a bath and sleep. You must be tired. This maid will help you with that. The maid bows, showing her respect to me. The conversation didn't last long, but it would be a lie to say that I wanted it to be longer. Aw, I barely talked to my grandmother, Kazan Akatsu. And when I did, I only said the most essential. Obedience, I followed the instructions of my grandmother, leaving behind everything that happened during that day, to be forgotten in silence, except for one thing. I worry about you. The boar. The boar.
Yeah, Yuki, you got the alright transition to white. Here we go. Here we go.
I do not know why, but those words echoed inside me. Just remembering them made my soul feel cold and shake again. Perhaps it would be so bad to let my hair grow. A doll with long hair looks cuter. I don't really care about that, but maybe there is a shadow out there that does. Hey, there you go. Yeah, time to let the hair grow. Alright, time passes slowly, but surely. Every day feels the same as the last, boring and uneventful. This colorless world remained the same. However, I felt something was slightly different. The shadows had a little more detail. Yet, they never changed was the fact that I was a doll. A doll was waiting for someone to pick it. Alright, waiting possibly forever. Before I knew it, it was 5 years had passed since that day. Recently, I changed to a new school. Despite the economic problems that we had in the last few years, my family still has a fortune in money and respectable social and political power. That's why my brother and I attended the most recognized private middle school in Momochi. Wearing my new uniform, I sat at my assigned seat and waited for the teacher to enter the classroom as I looked through the window. To the window! Something had changed in the way I looked, and that I had long hair down to my waist, black with a blood red tips. A very strange color, and because of that, I sometimes attracted unwanted attention. I can see in my faint reflection on the window, ignoring the time and work I had to spend on its care. I like my new look. There was something in it that made it possible for me to cut it, even if it was what I would normally call a bother. Excuse me. When the teacher entered, he gave us instructions to stand one at a time and introduce ourselves. Oh, so this is the new look for you. Alright, yeah, I could dig it. I like it. Akitsu Yuki. I said, presented myself with an emotionless voice when it was my turn. Akutsu? Asked the professor suddenly as he heard my name wrong, and then he stops looking at his papers to put his attention on me. Yes, that is correct. I say it with an empty look in my eyes. Soon I noticed a reaction on his face. It was disgust, anger, and just by looking at it, I knew he hated my name. Surely my family had done something to him. After all, we are gangsters. We prefer many shady businesses, and naturally there will be collateral damage. Okay, sit down. Who's next? The teacher continued the class as if nothing happened, but after seeing that look on his face, I knew that it would be one uncomfortable year. Very well, we will start the oral exam. Akutsu, can you answer the first question in the chalkboard? I looked at the question and I stayed quiet for several seconds with an expressionless face, trying to find an answer. But after a few seconds, it is clear that I could not. I don't know the answer. And why is that, Akatsu? You surely slack all day. The teacher is trying to be funny at my expenses. He had some results since I can hear the laughter of some of my colleagues. The information was not given in class, nor it is in the book, Sensei. I responded coldly, almost like a machine. Laughs or not, I couldn't be bothered. That is not an excuse, Akatsu. You should have investigated yourself.
If you have the time to look outside of the window and stare at the flies around you, you should have time to study more.
What's more, the teacher makes a joke out of me, and I hear the laughter of my colleagues, this time louder than before. The shadows had a line against me. I couldn't help but think about it. In my mind, I imagined the teacher disappearing one day. He simply doesn't come back to school anymore. It would be so easy for me to kill him, or to have my grandmother press the school to get him fired. But in reality, I do nothing more than look the other way, not caring about it. Nuisances are like that. They weigh on you first, but once they are past them, they become nothing, disappearing without a trace. Yes, I hate going to school. I hate how the teacher pours his hate over my family on me. But once the day ends, I don't really remember anything about it. I don't have a mask, therefore, I cannot show an angry face. Even less, a hated one. Transition. Sunset. We're going through the same day. I had to clean the classroom as punishment for not studying. I didn't recall my family to notify this. I didn't have to. They let me use my time as I please, as long as I had no mission to fulfill. So being obedient, I stayed in the classroom. Warm, with some sunset. Light enters through the windows. Oh god, it's this bitch again. Alright, bitch. Alright. Girl 1. Ah, Yuki-san, so you're here. So here you are, excuse me. Suddenly 3 girls enter the classroom. I hardly recognize them. I know that. They are my classmates, but that's about it. With fidget surprise, one pretends to not know I was being punished. My answer is non-existent. I don't even bother to divert my eyes at them. The girl angrily snorts, irritated by my boring answer. She walks towards me until she just steps away.
You know, it's very impolite not to respond when someone is talking to you.
She says with an aggressive tone, cynical, but my answer is still the same, none. Sure, as the girl tries to grab my shoulder, but my reaction is faster and I slapped her hand away. Bitch! My movement was so unexpected that she jumped back slightly, terrified.
You're so weird.
She says as an insult, yet I fail to see what is wrong with that. It isn't like being the same as everyone else was better. The girl looks at me with a contempt and then makes a sign with her hand, calling the others to get closer. They surrounded me and stare with the false expressions of amusement on their faces. The situation is tense, threatened, but then my eyes remained as glass as a doll's. They couldn't hurt me. Insults, rejects, and humiliation meant nothing to me. Who is without a mask, an identity? I couldn't care any less. And if they tried to hurt me physically, I could kill them all without any effort. It was nothing but empty threats.
You're the best of the class. Your grades are the highest I could see, son.
Said another girl talking about a boring subject. Teachers tell me I should study more. I just listen. A boring answer to a boring question, said with no interest. I hear one of them laughing. My, you sure are such a weirdo. No wonder why you have no friends. Well, fuck you too, bitch! Alright, well, was that a comment or an insult? I really couldn't tell the difference, but I knew that it was true. Here, I have no friends. Nowhere anywhere else. Excuse me.
But even she is such a freak that there are a lot of people who think she is cute. Can't you believe it? That's some bad taste.
Well, fuck you too, bitch. Alright, all 3 laughed after that comment, and then without warning, the 2 of them grabbed my hands, one of each other, not allowing me to move. CG time! My face stays expressive, but my eyes were now moving at every direction, inspecting my surroundings and the attackers. Alright, so this is new CG right here. I actually like it. I like it like better than the other one, to be honest. Has more detail. I was trying to identify whether they would do me harm or just wanted to scare me. Depending on the answer, my reaction would be very different. Alright, then I see the last of them approaching me with a pair of scissors at my hand. I remain perfectly still, like a statue. Oh hell no, bitch. Bitch, you better get away from my beautiful long hair. Alright. My red eyes reflect the image of the scissors, opening and closing as trying to scare me. The girl grins at me with a malice and takes a lock of my hair. You have very pretty hair, Aketsu-san. Very long and silky. Looks like you take good care of it. It would be a shame if someone... Ah, you dickhead. Oops. Alright. Well, I hope you die next. Like, before, after, and all this other stuff. I don't know. The girl spoke mockingly as she caressed my hair like a hunter playing with its prey, and then used the scissors to cut it. I see my hair fell to the ground. My eyes followed it all the way down. Yet, even then, no expressions appear on my face. I wasn't sure how to feel. Maybe sad. I was losing a part of me, not only in body, but also as a person. But I wasn't sad. I was only confused. Oh, I'm sorry, Aketsu-san, but don't worry. I'll make sure to even the rest of your hair, she said, and they continued cutting my hair while the others laughed. I could not see, but knew she was cutting in an irregular way, making me look ugly as a joke. Ready, my artwork is finished, said the girl that she finished my haircut. But it looks so abstract art, said another girl, followed by the laughter of all of it. What's with you girls? I think it fits her perfectly. You don't have to thank me, Akatsukan. This is only a favor as friends. Such a sarcastic words and smile. I don't respond with, oh, this is new. I don't respond by giving them the best smile. Oh, this is great. Are you gonna kill them or kick their asses? This would be great. I tilt my head and close my eyes, silently showing them a fake but convincing love. When my eyes open, I see in astonishment in their faces surprise mixed with horror. If they were making me pass an uncomfortable time, the least I can do is making them uncomfortable as well. Don't forget to clean that up, said the one with the scissors before turning back on me and walking towards the door. The other girls following her silently. Bitch! I gazed at my hair on the floor and still feeling confused. Silently looked at it for a moment, and that feels eternal. But in the end, I take my hair and throw it in the trash. And there was only one thing left to do. I couldn't leave it on the floor. After that, I go to the bathroom, take my scissors, and look at myself in the mirror to fix my hair. Finally, I leave the place for a few minutes later. It was a longer punishment than expected. My hair only barely reaches my shoulder now. And I will wait for it to grow again. I need a new victim. Transition to white, we're going to the next scene. Yes, we're going on a murderous spree. There it is again, we're gonna save the game. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning from where you're from. So peace out and sayonara. Stay tuned for the freaking updates and also the stream. Yeah! And also, don't forget to check out freaking Eternal Nights Studios page. Also, check out the Facebook page. Help out on the Patreon to finish the game. Freaking help them as much as you can to freaking finish this masterful, beautiful story, man. Freaking yeah. So I'll leave all the links in the description down below. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning from wherever you're from. So peace out and sayonara. Bye bye.